Hi, it's Lani, and today we are going to find out who lives in your tree. If you look around, we have lots of trees in our neighborhood, in our yard, and there are so many creatures who might live in those trees, creatures we might not even know. We're going to explore a few of those creatures who might be living in your tree. Let's start with one of our favorites, the tree pose. I personally love doing tree pose. I haven't done a tree pose in a while, so I'm excited to do it with you right now. So the first thing we need to do is get grounded and find our balance by using first our 2 feet, and we're going to do our mountain where our palms come to our heart. This is how I always love to start my tree pose. So a trick to actually balancing, which is what we're going to do in this tree pose, is to find something to look at that's not moving. If you go outside and you practice a tree pose, you know what I like to look at? An actual tree. But if you're in your house looking at me right now, I want you to find something that's not me to just look at. And that's what you're going to pay attention to during your tree pose to help you balance. Now, I want you to take 1 foot and imagine that there's roots growing right into the earth. My palms are together to help me balance, and I'm going to gently, and I'm looking at something that's not moving, and I'm going to gently lift my foot. Now, I'm going to give you many different variations on where you can put your foot. This is what we call the kickstand. You can have your toes on the floor, and that can help you balance. You can lift your foot a little higher under your knee, and maybe you have something in your room that you can put your hand on, maybe a wall, maybe a desk, maybe a chair, or you can just try to balance. If you want to get really tricky here, and you can see I'm a little wobbly, you can lift your foot all the way up above your knee, pressing it into your leg and your leg into your foot at the same time as you get even taller, bringing those tree branches high to the sky. And you see how I'm wobbly? You know what I do if I get too wobbly? I put my foot down and I try again. Maybe I leave it down here, maybe I leave it here, or maybe I give it another try up here. This teaches us lots of patience and perseverance and to keep trying, right? You get better and better with practice. So now here's my big tree. And let's imagine whatever creatures might be sitting on your branches. Excellent. Take a big breath in here. Maybe there's wind blowing in your tree branches. And then we're going to bring our hands down with an exhale and our foot down. And let's shake it all out. Excellent job, you guys. This takes practice, so you'll get better and better the more you practice. But guess what? Every day it will be different. Some days you'll find your balance, and other days you might just lose your balance, and that's just how it is for us. Every day is a new day. I'm going to try now the other side. Whenever we do one side, we always need to do the other. And this side is going to feel different because both sides of our bodies look different and work differently. And just notice how different it is. It might be easier, it might be harder. All right, here we go. Imagine those roots growing out of your foot, out of your tree trunk into the earth. Palms together to your heart to find your balance, and also look at something that's not moving. Just listen to my words if you want to look at something else in your room. So now I turn my foot, maybe I do a kickstand. Maybe I bring my foot underneath my knee. Maybe this time you try to lift your foot. Let's see if I could do it on this side. This is my non-dominant leg, and I'm usually not as able to balance. Let's see. Today I can do it. Take a deep breath in and exhale. And then bring your hands back together. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your leg down and shake it all up. All right. So now let's think about who's in our tree. This really big bird with a bald head might be sitting on a branch in your tree. If you're very lucky, you might see one. Do you know what that is? It's an eagle. Let's get our big eagle wings. And I'm going to show you 3 ways you can do your legs, and then I'll show you the way that I do my legs. You can crisscross. Okay, that's one way. Another way is by bending that standing leg and crossing the other leg over. And I squeeze my legs together. Some of you might even be able to take this foot and wrap it behind. My body doesn't do that, so I don't do it that way. This is how I like my legs. So this is how I'm gonna do it. Now watch me with my arms. Here we go. Crisscross one arm over the other, and then twist it up. If this doesn't work for your arms, just give yourself a hug. Same thing. Here we go. We're gonna count. 1 yoga, 2 yoga, 3 yoga. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale. And if anybody wants to fly around the room, go for it right now. And now come back to your tree. And here we go. Let's do the other side. So we're going to stand on the one leg, big wings, crisscross the other leg, crisscross the other arm. Notice in your body which side you did first. And then twist it up. Bend your knees. And here we go. And if this doesn't work for your arms, remember, you can always give yourself a hug. Let's count to 3. 1 yoga, 2 yoga, 3 yoga. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale. And there you go. Go fly around the room. And then come back to your tree. All right. Who could be on our tree branch now? You guessed it. It's an owl. So I like to get into my frog pose to become an owl. So watch what we're gonna do here. We're going to squat our whole body down to the floor. Just like in frog pose, this is our peaceful frog, but instead of having our palms together, we're gonna bring our hands behind our back. And now we have these owl wings. So now our owls are ready to fly. So here we go, you're going to fly around. And then let's fly right into our nest that's sitting in our beautiful big tree. And we'll finish by sitting, maybe imagining you're under your tree as you take a deep breath in and a big breath out. So many other creatures can be living in that tree of yours. You can keep going with this theme and find all the other creatures and do all the poses that you might already know. And think about who lives in your tree. Have a great day. I'll see you soon.